Hey there, everyone. I hope you are all doing good. Today we are going to have a look again at interaction between the trackers from Polyend and CV analog synthesizer, CV controlled analog synthesizer. So I've chosen to try with the No Coast and the MC-202 because I have a version that is modded to have access to all the patch points inside via CV. I thought those two were nice because this is a very East Coast sounding synthesizer. And even if it has no coast, this guy sounds a little bit more West. So I made a little beat here with TR-606 samples that I've made using delays and stuff. It was from an old Patreon silver pack. And we are going to build upon that. So actually, I make this video because I've been asked to by one of my Patreon. Thank you, Angelo. He wanted to know mostly how to use Midi CC being sent from the tracker to modular gear. So in order to do that, you need CV converter. I have this little guy, CV.OCD. You can custom map it however you want. So what I've done is that all this is channel 1, those 8 outputs. Here I have the pitch, here I have the gate, here I have the velocity, and those two are CC messages. This is already hooked up for nodes and gates. So I will write a little sequence. Okay, it's weird it's weird, but I like it. Okay, so now with the No Coast we can use timbre. We can do some weird modulation to the wave folder. We can move the envelope. Can decide it to have sustain or not. Anyway, all these things can be controlled. A lot of things can be controlled. So instead of patching the No Coast into itself, we are going to control it via those things. First, let's hook up this CC to the balance control. So it will balance between this and the folded wave. In order to send MIDI messages, you need to go to the instruments parameter when you are on your MIDI channel and choose the CC number wherever you want. CC1, I think it's 100 and yes. The two I've set up are 118 and 119. So let's choose it right now so it will be done. Okay. Let's see if it works. Midi CC A. Miracle. It does work. So now let's have fun. You see me typing the data here. It means that this is a low data and this is a high data. I like to enter automation like this in the tracker. I find it way more interactive than just drawing curves. By the way, the tracker is sent into the audio here, so let's add a little bit of reverb on it, just in order to make it a little bit more comfortable to listen. Okay, so now we can control this decay parameter here with this second CC. Let's finish with this one. This is going to be fun. Okay, so now let's add some animation to the timbre section by using this as an LFO. So now if we wanted to control third parameter, we can use the, for example, if I want to change the speed of the LFO, I could use the velocity out, because we don't use it. In the context of the modular synthesizer, velocity is just another message that you can send to control anything you want. So here you will start to hear it's already faster, because velocity was at max. So let's choose the values you prefer. But then we have only 2 rows of modulation. But this doesn't mean that we can't automate it. Because here, for example, I was at 0, so it means there's no use for this here. Same here, almost 0. Let's replace it. Basically, if your value is very low, it means it's very close from the original level. So you can usually replace it with another modulation if you want. That's what I'm going to do here. Let's add the beat. Change of timbre. Let's use the square wave instead of the usual triangle as the bass sound. Okay, we are just going to replace this patch and make it play by this guy. So let's start with the pitch. Yeah, modular is always a mess with cables. Everyone knows that. So first I need my pitch output to go to the pitch input. Done. The gate needs to go to the gate, which is conveniently just on the corner. Let's listen if we hear something. It works. I still need to have this guy fixed. It has a weird bleed that you can hear right now. But otherwise it sounds awesome. Reverb on this guy is the Valhalla vintage verb. So, it's working. That's awesome. Now let's use some of those modulation to alter the timbre of the sound, which means the brightness. So we are going to send this to the filter frequency here. The effect is not as good as on the other one because it's not made that carefully. So let's edit those values a little bit. Okay, so next we can use, with this guy we cannot control the envelope length, but we can control, like we did here, the speed of the LFO. So let's send a little bit of LFO to the pitch and see how it sounds. Let's be a little bit extreme. And send to the filter as well. It does sound weird. Not very good. We can control though the PWM. That's something I like. Now let's switch everything one octave down. Let's open the filter. Yeah, I can manually tune the pulse width. But here, let's use this one. Yeah. Sometimes the modulation that I've set are putting it out of range, so we can't hear the pulse wave anymore. Let's add a bit of sub-oscillator. Let's put that filter down again. No modulation, only a little bit of envelope and the modulation we send from the tracker. Okay, so now, in order to make this a little bit more understandable, I will delete all the automation. So this is what we hear. Now we have CC number 1, the filter automation. You can actually also add those automation when a note is not necessarily playing, so it can act on the sustain of the note. Which is very fun, especially with filter. Also, of course, if you want, you can randomize those values by adding the random fx value here. So those at the end will always be random. Second is our pulse width modulation. And here, from about 100 it's off. So it lets us mute actually the pulse waveform, which is quite fun. Of course, we are still limited to 2. One thing I haven't tried though, maybe if we put MIDI channel number 1 here on the second track, maybe we can add up a few other stuff. I'm not sure if it's working. Let's see. It does work. That's cool. So we can use a second track for more automation, or if you want to use more of the thing over here. It's not working as good as I thought with this, but it's very more a normal synth, semi-modularized, which make it way more powerful than it is on normal, but this guy is, from the start, much more powerful. But that doesn't stop us to play with both, haha. So now I'm going to use triangle here to modulate the filter. The problem is that the filter is already being modulated, so let's put this guy here. Triangle wave in as well. So we can, with this we have only the modulation sent here at max level, and then here the triangle wave that we can add or subtract. And we are going to send this to the filter. And we are going to use the velocity that we still have here to control the frequency. for modulation oscillator on the no coast. And we are going to make use of this second track to do that. Push the resonance to have those weird overtones. That's how you make felt sounds, which is very important. If we were to take the time, we could tune this oscillator together properly so it could make like proper overtones on the filter and stuff, but this video will take too long. One other thing you can try is just to send the same 1 volt per octave signal to both and tune them. Thanks for watching, see you next time, and many thanks to everyone on Patreon, especially Angelo who supported this video.